Hello again everyone and welcome back to Otherworldly Encounters, where you can submit a story to my email address, which you can find in the description section of this channel. Simply click on the word that says About, and it will take you there. NDE, OBE and paranormal stories are what this channel is all about. No need to use your real name, you can submit anonymously. Today this story comes to us from Dale. It was the summer of 1991. I was visiting a friend who lived near a lake and had what was called a sunfish, which is a small sailboat. She asked if I wanted to go for a ride. I said I did not know anything about sailing. She assured me that it was not difficult to learn and would teach me what to do. I was excited about learning, so off we went. It was a breezy day, so I took a sweatshirt with me. We were in the boat and about to sail, when all of a sudden, whammo, I felt something hit my head. Everything went black, and then I literally saw stars. I was very disoriented and dizzy, and then I saw my friend look at me in horror. She soon faded away, then I felt myself fading away. A second later, I saw the beautiful lake water, and thought we had left the dock, and were out sailing on the lake, but didn't remember leaving the dock. I started to rise up out of the boat, facing downward. Below me was the sailboat with my friend in it, and I was slumped over while she was looking frantic. I kept moving higher and eventually entered into the clouds. Then I found myself in a strange room with a very sad-looking man. He told me that I needed to take a number. I was very frightened because I didn't know where I was, nor did I recognize this strange man sitting in the room. I asked him who he was, and he said he was waiting for his wife. Across the room, there was one of those machines that spits out a number when you hit the button. I did as he said and pulled the tab. The number was 430. I turned around, and the man was no longer there. No one else was in the room, and I saw he had left his ticket on his chair. I looked at it and saw there was no number on it. I still had no idea what I was waiting for, but figured that as soon as I saw someone, they would let me know. I thought it might be possible that I had amnesia from the blow to the head, and soon this would all make sense. It started to get cold in the room. I saw a thermostat on the wall. It said the temperature was 75 degrees. That should have been warm enough for me, but I was getting colder, so I turned it up to 80. I waited, for what seemed like hours, then knocked on the unmarked door. No one answered, so I tried the door handle, and found that the door was locked. I thought it might have been locked, in order to prevent people from walking inside. I wanted to get out of there, so I pulled on the exit door, but it was also locked. Finally, I screamed for someone to help me. Suddenly, I found myself in a room with a nurse. She told me that I was in the recovery room, and a shunt had to be inserted into my brain to relieve pressure from a blow to the head from the sailboat accident. I was very cold, and she said it was normal to feel that way after surgery. She put a few blankets over me, and said she would call my parents who were in the waiting room. My parents told me they were in the waiting room for 4.5 hours, and were so worried about me, as my number was not showing up on the screen. They said there was a man waiting as well, who told them his wife was having open heart surgery. Later he was called into the surgical area and we did not see him again. My parents asked a nurse why things were taking so long, and she said they had a cardiac arrest. They could tell from her facial expression that the patient did not survive. My parents said I went in for surgery at 4:30, which was the time displayed on the screen in the waiting room. I will never forget this experience. I don't know how it could be possible that I could leave my body and find myself in a room with a man who said he was waiting for his wife, only to find out later that there was a man in the waiting room with my parents, waiting for his wife, who they suspected was the patient the nurse referred to as having the cardiac arrest. The number on my ticket was 430. I went into surgery at 4:30. This number was the number displayed on the screen in the hospital waiting room, and this was how my parents were able to tell me what time I went into surgery. I have recovered from my injury, but have no desire to ever go sailing again. What did you think of Dale's story? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed her story, please give it a like and subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you can receive a notification when I post a new video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you will come back and visit again soon.